Mizutina. Hey everyone, today we are presenting the weekly mail. I only got 4 in this week, which is kinda small, yet kinda bigger than usual. So I might as well introduce our cast one by one and tell you how I feel about them. Debatably, I've only read 3 of the 4 because I'm still up to volume 5 for one of them, so let's begin. First up, we have Platinum End, which just came out recently. It is currently, as you can see, at the 8th volume. It is from the same creators as Death Note. I think the explicit started coming in about the 5th volume. So that actually really amused me, considering I didn't see the explicit content much, but then again, I'm used to reading things like Battle Royale and other horrors, so immunity? I think so too. Um, I've read this one, definitely. I gave it a 4 in my own opinion. It is very shiny, as you can tell. I would like to say people die in it, but I don't want to spoil too much. It continues the story with the face-off between Metropolitan Man and Mirai, and it basically decides how the battle ends, and I would like to say it continues on, but it kind of stops, as the most it will continue on with is that there is someone else out there still, and there's still many candidates that have to deal with. I personally don't know how the story will end. I think Mirai will win because, main pro tag syndrome, where they always win and they always survive. But if that doesn't happen, I would be very, very amused. The next manga, which also came out this week, I believe, I think this one is ending soon, because I read some time ago that the final volume was confirmed. I look forward to the end, yet also dread it. So next we have the next blue one, The Promised Neverland, Volume 9. I read this online years ago, when I think I was an online comic, and then basically it got picked up and made into a manga. I don't regret buying it. I just regret I didn't notice it was a physical earlier, and I would have went way, way, way earlier. But I'm happy that I'm collecting it now, and I'm to the 9th, most recent volume, which has a character in it that everyone thought died, but probably didn't die. But I don't want to spoil it, but at the same time I really want to spoil it, because I knew he wasn't dead, because they wouldn't kill him off this early. And considering that he's an important character, of course they're not going to kill him off. He's going to probably have his own little journey. Yes, it is a he. But then again, there's not many he's left. You don't see one character much in this volume, which is kind of disappointing because he's kind of my favorite. But anyway, look how pretty it is. Because the other ones used to have the Grace Field House. Now it's showing the Goldie Pond area. Pretty, 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 pretty. I like this one because it's more violent in a way, because it's got more of a combat feel, since they're fighting demons more instead of, running away, which I think is very, very impressive. Another 4, yes, because I suck that way. Well, more like I'm impatient for volume 10 and I have to wait, and I don't like waiting. The true burden of being a manga collector is waiting for the next volume. And anyway, patience is a virtue, which I clearly lack. Next, we have the manga that I gave a 5 for, because me being kind of a hypocrite, read the first chapter as escalation online, and it was because of that I ended up buying the first volume, and buying the second, and pre-ordering the third. Well, actually I haven't bought the second, that's next time, but I pre-ordered the third because it was on special. Well, my version of special, aka under $14. I do that a lot. I pre-order a lot of manga while it's cheap. Instead of waiting when it comes out, it's at full volume, like full blown price of like 16. Let me emphasize the point. 16 AUD, Australian and all. Well, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. I'm like, yes, welcome to Australia, where I know that basically Viz Media starts about the $15 area, unless you want like yen press, then you're looking at 20s, which is not fun. Don't know why I know so much about manga prices, but I do. Anyway, Kakuryou got a 5 because, oops, I really enjoyed it. I love the art and I love the fact of Aoi being sort of strong in a way. Don't know how to describe her, because she, even though she's collateral in her grandfather's debt, she wants to pay it off in her own way instead of becoming a bride, where most characters were like, okay, take me, please, I don't want to die. But she's like, yeah, I don't want to die, but I don't want to do it your way either. And I really want to know what happens next, but I have to wait till till I get volume 5 somehow. Oh wait, not volume 5, volume 2 somehow. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I guess I'm really excited for this series because I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, had some shots. Ugh, the last page is so pretty. Tells you a lot too. I wish I could show you more inside the mangas, but according to copyright and that, I can't. It's kind of sad. And lastly, we have Dead Man Wonderland 7. I recently got 8 and 9, but 10 hasn't been in stock for a while, so I have to go through other sources, namely Kinokuniya, because it's cheaper than Book Depository by a whole $1. I mean, it's not much, but $1 difference here and there can really add up to a new manga, especially if the prices keep dropping and jumping as much as they have. Considering series like The Spider and Me being like $15 instead of the usual $17 or $18, yeah, you can see why I bought those. I mean, you don't know about that yet. Anyway, this continues on with whatever's happened in volume 5 and 6, which I haven't read, because I kind of want to now buy all of them so I can binge read. But I am really happy with the conditions of all the mangas. Oh no, I'm spoiling it for my... Ooh, there was a lion! That was cute. The ending. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I can't wait to read that one, considering I've already read Mr. 5 out of 5 and Mr. 4 out of 5. Well, 4.5 out of 5, because Loves You, Promise Neverland, and Platinum Man, also at the same area. Oh, they're really pretty. And in a way, we could kind of figure out my taste in manga, considering I pre-ordered 2 of these compared to the other 2 above, which I just bought because they were out. Hopefully we'll get more in next week that we can talk about. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for rambling a lot, but that's what you're gonna get from me. Now remember, read all the things. Yay!